The only thing missing about this movie is if Ryan Reynolds all of a sudden just transformed into Deadpool, because let's be honest, Deadpool would be someone's imaginary friend. Hey there guys, alright, welcome back to another Austin video, and today's movie review is going to be of If. So If pretty much follows imaginary friends, but specifically it follows this little girl who is able to see all these imaginary friends, and she wants to help out this guy, Calvin, played by Ryan Reynolds, who is trying to get imaginary friends either a new home or revisit or reconnect or rekindle with grown-up children, be their imaginary friends. So this movie is directed by John Krasinski, and I think he's really done something very well with this, and I'm glad that he's not put himself in such a box, because for a while, in terms of the directing side of John Krasinski, he's been known for just the A Quiet Place movies. Luckily, he didn't put himself in a box and just stick to horror. He decided to do something very fun, very creative, very imaginative, and very just inventive, and very just almost inspiring. And yes, I'm gonna put this out of the way and get this out of the way that this movie has a stellar studded cast of actors, and I guess technically voice actors, because a lot of people are playing imaginary friends. Like, for example, Steve Carell plays this big fluffy Sully looking character named Blue, who's purple looking. I think John Krasinski's wife, aka Emily Blunt herself, actually makes a cameo in this movie as one of the imaginary friends. There's Sam Rockwell and there's Matt Damon, just to name a few. And they all look visually creative. They all look visually imaginative. And they all look like, what's the best thing about these characters is that they all look like characters that children would have came up with in their dreams or on drawings. Like, there's probably people out there, you guys know what I'm talking about, that draw their imaginary friends and they look like silly looking, goofy looking, creative looking, only the mind of a child would think of. I think that's very crucial because this movie captures a lot of essence of childlike wonder, childlike innocence, but yet it's not afraid to be mature. This movie really hits the mark and hits a home run with its message about, even though we grow up, let's never lose sight of our childlike wonder, our creativity, our imagination, our nostalgia, anything that makes us remember a more simpler time, or just remember the good old days, or just something positive. However you want to take it and however you want to interpret it, it basically drives in that message so very well. And I know that a lot of reviews have pointed out there is kind of like a twist that happens with this movie. I'm not gonna lie, I did see it coming, but it didn't feel like it was cliche or predictable to the point where it detrimented my movie going experience. If anything, it amplified my movie going experience, because we have Ryan Reynolds, who he plays this guy who helps out. I already forgot the actress's name, which, by the way, Ryan Reynolds and the actors that are in this movie are fantastic and just so captivating, along with John Krasinski, who plays the father. Ryan Reynolds has a certain connection to this little girl. And the reason why he has this connection to this little girl is because he was her imaginary friend, and because she grew up too fast, he became forgotten. A child grows up, they eventually forget their imaginary friends and they become forgotten, and so they either have to have a new home or they try to find their old owner. Just so many beautiful moments and just so many beautiful things about this movie that I can't stress the fact that I was just tearing up with a lot of these scenes. For example, one scene in particular with the grandmother, Bee's grandmother. She has this sequence where she's doing ballet, and then her imaginary friend is basically shadowing her and mirroring her, and something about the piano music or something about the record music that's being played, I don't know what it was. I think it was maybe just one of those like musical cues in your brain, mentally or psychologically, that just all of a sudden I felt just tears almost drip down my face. Like, I don't know what it was. I might have felt sad, I don't know what it is. All I know is that there was the music, and it just made me just started to cry a bit, and I almost feel like I'm gonna cry almost even talking about it. It was just moving. I think it was just beautiful. I think it just had a really nice symbolism to it. There was maybe other things I can read into it, but just something in that moment when I watched it, I was like, I just felt just my eyes getting watery about it. Or there's an imaginary friend named Lewis, who's this very old, wise, seasoned bear, And some of the moments and some of the little things he says are very just so sweet and so adorable. And this movie is just so pure, so amazing. I love this movie a lot. I know not a lot of people really adore this as much as I do, but I just something about this movie just hit it for me. I don't know what it is. This was just it hit the right spot for me. It hit the right notes, the humor and its heart and everything in between. I'm gonna give it an A plus. So If, have you guys seen it? What did you think of it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please smash the button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe to watch videos every day, every week. Make sure you ring that bell to new videos every day of the week. Share the video with your friends, all the good stuff and more. Leave suggestions down in the comments. You name it, I'll do it as best as possible. Trying to see if I might have to flap its wings, but it won't do it. But anyways, looking for more reviews, looking for more top 10s, looking for all sorts of things coming your way. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.